Okay. Okay. Interessant. Schaumstoff. House rules. No playing outside without permission. No answering door for strangers. No messes after dark. All chores before dark. Respect others. Okay. Duties. Cool. Klettern wir mal ein bisschen.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Okay, also die Mutter ist wirklich Dawn.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Das ist aber cool.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Das Bild. Your helping hands create safe places. India.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Das ging schnell. Da haben sie aber nicht lang gefackelt, ne?
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Alter, was ist das für ein Haus, bitte? Das ist so heftig.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Und da wurde jemand zu Hause unterrichtet. Louis. Barbara, Gus, Molly, Sven, Sam, Calvin, Gregory, Odin.
But it didn't last.
Ein Laptop.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Also ich würde jetzt eigentlich auch nicht nein zu sowas sagen, so schön am Meer. So ein großes Haus mit 1000 anderen Sachen und so. Das ist schon nicht schlecht. Das ist schon geil. Kann man nicht anders sagen. Krass. Okay, Milton.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Hä? Jetzt. Aber man muss erstmal drauf kommen, gerne und auch sowas machen. Das ist schon heftig. Okay. Maybe.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Okay, wir brauchen noch eine Person. Habe ich das richtig gesehen?
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Habe ich das richtig gesehen? Wir brauchen nur noch eine Person?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Boah.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Dosenfabrik. Traumjob, würde ich mal sagen. Achso, okay. Ja, läuft eine Shisha.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Der hat sich gut zugedröhnt, würde ich mal sagen. Nein, bleib drin, bleib drin, bleib drin. Bleib drin. Bleib drin. So. Und er hat gezockt. Wonderland.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Boah, Alter. Das kann man ja eigentlich nur besoffen oder Gift ertragen mit den Lichtern. Ich glaube, ich würde ganz schön verrückt werden an der Zeit.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh, muss verstehen.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Oh.
His mind began to...
Kannst du dich mal dahin schieben? Ja? Hallo? Oh nein. Bitte hakt dir nicht selbst die Hand ab.
wander.
Ach so. Oh mein Gott, das kann ich gar nicht gleichzeitig.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Oh, voilà.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then.
Das ist so... Alter, das ist so komisch.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Zu köpfen und dann da so ein Spiel zu spielen.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Mhm. Oh nein, jetzt hab ich's verschissen. Oh.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis-topia.
Lewis-topia. Oh. Pass mal den Fisch da.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
Schon krass, was so ein Kopf alles mit einem machen kann.
Humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination.
Ai.
So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Geil.
St. Louis.
Oh. Ich hab's jetzt mal
He
geboten
started
irgendwie.
drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Wie, seine Mutter war auf der Arbeit und er ist nicht mitgekommen?
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Königin, würde ich mal
handsome
sagen.
queen.
Ich hätte ihn auch schwul machen können eigentlich.
The queen was on her own quest for
Leuchtenden Regenbögen natürlich.
Radiant rainbows.
Radiant Rainbows. Uah. Oh nein.
He followed the sound of her.
Nein. Er folgte eine kleine Silberharp.
Silver
Passt.
harp.
Passt alles so. No.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Das ist gar nicht so einfach, alles
He
gleichzeitig
knew
zu
the
machen.
world was all in his imagination.
Ah, oh mein Gott.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Okay.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Zu einem Held?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Okay. Oh. Eine Switch 3.0.
He began to forget the world we know.
Och nö. Nein. Das muss jetzt nicht sein.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Hallo. 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 Du hast gar keine Fische in der Hand. Die sind da. Wir müssen ein bisschen weiter nach links ausholen.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Ich kann nicht mehr zurück. Nee, okay.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Oh mein Gott, ey. Guten Tag,
Including
guten
the
Tag,
wise
guten Tag,
Caliban who
guten
insisted
Tag.
on advising him.
Hallo, guten Tag, guten Tag. Ja, hallo, guten Tag. Hallo, hallo. Was geht so?
His
Hallo.
queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing
Ein
left
ganz
to
schön
do.
Buddy. Leute, was ist das für ein Spiel? Oh. Ich hätte mir das nochmal genau angucken sollen. Dann wollen wir mal.
And the rest, I think.
Ja.
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Ja. Man denkt so, oh, das sieht ganz süß aus, das Spiel und so, ne?
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Ach man, das ist so traurig, ganz ehrlich. Ja, ne? Also hier sind irgendwie alle tot. Außer sie. Oh mein Gott. Aber wie die sich alle umgebracht haben. Das Baby im Wasser. Dann der hier während der Guillotine. Mit einer Guillotine.
My mom told me to start packing.
Die eine wurde, keine Ahnung, wie
She waited
getötet.
until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Der andere hat Schaukel benutzt.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Dann hat sich jemand vor den Zug geschmissen.
I wish we'd stayed.
Ja, wenn es alles so Psychopathen
I
waren.
understand why we left.
Ich verstehe halt nicht, wie das so alles dazu gekommen ist, also ganz ehrlich. Das muss doch irgendwie einen Grund haben, warum alle so verrückt geworden sind. Ich meine, das Haus ist geil, also. Gute Nacht, Placid. Schlaf gut.
My mom ended up.
Vielleicht sehen wir uns morgen, wenn ich nochmal streame oder so. Ja, auf jeden Fall gute Nacht. Danke, dass du dabei warst. Sanjay, Kumar, Evax, Evex Specialist oder so.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Ist das jetzt ihr Zimmer?
But it had to end one way or another.
Wie
All that's left now was to tell you
süß.
about that last night.
Okay, die letzte Nacht. Leute, wir sind fast durch. Boah, ich will auch sowas haben. Geil. Ich will einfach das ganze Haus haben.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Wieso zum fucking Geier drehst du immer deinen Kopf weg? Ja, das ist halt echt so ein echt ein ernstes Thema, ne?
You're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories! I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Okay, kann ich nicht richtig ins TV. History of the Finches. Voll süß gemacht.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Okay.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Hä? Gehen wir halt mal so. Hey, aber die haben Bewegungslichter, das ist auch was Tolles.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Einfach geradeaus gehen. Einfach geradeaus.
I got turned around.
Einfach geradeaus gehen. Oh, scheiße. Njam, njam, njam.
For a while, I wondered. I started seeing things.
Ist echt scheiße, wenn man nicht sehen kann.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Nein, jemand hat sich geboot.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Und?
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
No, toll.
After
Toll.
that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Hat ihr das eigentlich?
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Ihr ging es
She got
eine
better for a
Weile lang
while.
besser.
And then she didn't.
Und dann wieder nicht.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Na, bald nicht mehr.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Also ich verstehe es immer noch nicht.
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Ja, Corona ist es auf jeden Fall. Das ist nicht witzig.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Hm?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh je. Warum ist die denn jetzt schon wieder tot? Ja gut, aber jetzt ist er alleine denn und das war so ein kleiner Knirps. Oh. Das ist voll traurig. Brandon Martinovich, Lead Artist. Das Ende von allem. Chris Bell, Lead Designer. Voll süß mit den Bildern. Michael Kwan, Technical Designer. Also ich fand's auch süß. Was schon, also ist schon traurig. Es ist süß gemacht, aber ist schon traurig. Und teilweise versteht man manche Sachen auch nicht irgendwie. Also keine Ahnung, was du daran süß findest, wenn jemand sich den Kopf abpackt, ey. Also das mit dem Baby war am süßesten, aber auch am traurigsten irgendwie. Aber das mit Finch war auch sehr traurig. Aber ich hab das Spiel auch schon bei Kronk gesehen. Also vor allem wo ist mir das aufgefallen, dass ich es schon gesehen habe? Oh, ich weiß es nicht mehr. Aber ich wusste nicht mal alles. Also ich wusste echt... Ich habe echt alles vergessen irgendwie teilweise. Ja, spoilern. Das will keiner. Das muss alles selbst gespielt werden und gesehen werden. Steve Green, Lead Sound Designer. Ist ja auch schon... Sie sieht aus wie Toy Story. Buzz Lightyear. So ein bisschen. Irgendwie ruckelt es ein bisschen. Aber ich habe jetzt nicht so ganz verstanden, was mit Barbara richtig passiert ist. Weil man ja nur ein Ohr gesehen hat am Ende nur noch. War das Barbara? Das war Barbara. Keine Ahnung, was bei der jetzt irgendwie abging. Und bei Molly ist es jetzt irgendwie auch nicht so richtig klar gewesen. War das Molly? Ja, ich glaube schon. Oder? Ja, doch, bei Molly. Also bei den beiden war mir das irgendwie... Scared for Life 2. Trick or Treat. Smell my feet. Bei den beiden war das irgendwie nicht so wirklich klar. Finde ich. Die. Krass. Okay, die Option Geschichte wiederholen steht jetzt zur Verfügung. Wähle Edith, um von Anfang an zu spielen. Okay. Nö. Und was ist, wenn ich spiele? Neues Spiel. Geschichte wiederholen. Aber eigentlich müsste da jetzt bei Edith stehen bis 2017. Hä? Ah, okay. Hä? Oder? Was war das jetzt? Bin ich denn jetzt dahinter drauf gekommen? Hä? Okay, keine Ahnung. Das ist verwirrend. Okay. Ja, krass. Krass, krass, krass.